A $900 monitor. Could this be the best one ever? Why does it cost so much? What does it offer that justifies that immensely high price? Welcome everybody, today I'll be taking a real close look at the EIZO FlexScan EV2780 27-inch IPS WQHD monitor. So no, this one does not feature a screen resolution of 4K. Instead, EIZO focuses primarily on image quality, color accuracy, design and modern connectivity with the new USB Type-C connection featured here. At a price of a whopping $900, it might not be the go-to screen for the majority of users, but those who really want exceptional quality, longevity, and a monitor with ultra-thin bezels, you might want to check this one out. 5-year warranty, by the way. At this point, I'd like to thank EIZO so much for providing me this monitor and the previous two for my videos. First off, I should let you know that the EV2780 is available in black as well as in white. This time I had the choice to go with the black version. In the box is the screen itself with the arm already pre-attached. The super heavy stand included is a USB Type-C cable in black for the black version. The cable would be white if you got the white version. Then of course the power cord, the cable holder that clips onto the stand like so, and last but not least, the assembly manual, precautions and whatnot, screws along with a user's manual CD. Unfortunately, there's no DisplayPort cable included. For those of you that don't know, this EV2780 is a refined, pretty much an updated version of the EV2750 with almost identical specs. Even the design is identical, however, I have absolutely no problem with that. After all, why change something that's already perfect? In terms of aesthetics, EIZO really wants to shine, and with the EV2780's extremely slim 1mm bezels, I do have to admit they're fairly successful at doing so. Just to be clear, the bezel is 1mm thick, the black border 5.7mm, the bottom one 15.3. So indeed a very elegant, sleek, minimalistic design, very suitable for multi-monitor setups. Let's go over the specs real quick. The EIZO EV2780 comes in at a screen size of 27 inches, IPS anti-glare LCD panel, LED backlight, 2560 by 1440 WQHD native screen resolution, 16:9 aspect ratio, 16.77 million display colors, 5 milliseconds gray-to-gray typical response time, 59 to 61 Hz refresh rate, 350 candela per square meter max brightness level, 1000 by 1 typical contrast ratio, 178 degrees both horizontal and vertical viewing angles, up to 35 degrees tilt up, 5 degrees down, 344 degrees swivel, 90 degree clockwise and counter-clockwise pivot, and up to 155mm height adjustment. Video inputs: 1 USB Type-C, 1 DisplayPort, as well as 1 HDMI. The USB Type-C, USB 3.1 Gen 1 also acts as an upstream and results in 2 USB Type-A downstream ports, 1 + 1 watt speakers, 1 3.5mm audio output, AC 100 to 240 volt, 56 Hz power input, 23 watts typical power consumption, 8.1 kilograms net weight, and 5.3 kilograms without the stand, and VESA standard 100 by 100mm hole spacing. Now, as one would expect at such a high price of $900, the EV2780 features a flicker-free screen, of course, blue light reduction, automatic brightness control, and a clear view from all angles. All those things help reduce eye strain and fatigue. Very noteworthy here is the fact that the build quality is phenomenal, starting from the stand, arm, and the screen itself. We are offered a carrying handle and all available ergonomic features when it comes to monitors, just with a much higher quality than with cheaper models. While the outside is covered in plastic, the inside is all metal for a solid construction overall. And for those of you doubting the quality, the monitor is made in Japan with strict quality control. With a power-saving feature called Auto EcoView enabled, the brightness sensor in the center will automatically adjust the brightness accordingly to the ambient brightness. Further to the right, the touch-sensitive controls to easily switch between modes and/or change settings. The OSD menu may look a bit dated to some, but it has all the modern functionality one would expect, and the navigation works like a charm. Just like the EV2750, this EV2780 offers the picture-by-picture mode too, which basically lets you view 2 input sources on a single screen. Since this monitor is equipped with the new USB Type-C connection, it supports both video and audio signals, data transfers, as well as power delivery for charging of connected devices of up to 30 watts through that one port with a single cable. You can either limit the power delivery to 15 watts in the OSD menu or go for the full 30 watts, which will, however, limit the screen brightness. No AC adapter is required, by the way, it's all internal. The built-in 1+1 watt speakers are there, but that's just about it. It's okay for basic office work though, and you could always plug in headphones to that 3.5mm audio output on the side of the screen. In terms of image quality, this is where this monitor, and in general, EIZO really shines. One of my first tests regarding image quality, as always, is backlight bleeding, and such is non-existent here on my specific model. Just to let you know, it's almost impossible to avoid backlight bleeding. There's always a bit, even on very expensive models. It seems though my model doesn't come with any. IPS glow is very noticeable though when viewing deep blacks in darkened rooms, but that's just a normal side effect of IPS panels in general. As for display uniformity, I have absolutely no complaints, as there hardly is any going on, and when it comes down to displaying colors, I am amazed, even though I do expect this kind of performance at $900. All color bands show up correctly as they should, and no banding in the gradient test. Smooth transitions all the way. Very good results in the black level test too. At a screen size of 27 inches, a resolution of 2560 by 1440, or for short 1440p, may not be the sharpest, but it's pretty damn sharp anyway, and I wouldn't even want this monitor to come with the 4K resolution. WQHD seems to be the sweet spot for 27-inch screens, with the ideal text and image size for a well-balanced workspace, be it for office, image, or video editing work. While this monitor may be a true performer in those aspects where color accuracy is crucial, there always are users that want to play games on it. The EV2780 is not meant for gamers with a not-so-fast response time and pretty standard refresh rate of 60 Hz. No G-Sync or FreeSync support, which however does not mean gaming is impossible. I in fact can't really complain. It delivers good enough performance for my gaming demands, but there of course are users that need to have more than just 60 Hz. In 2017, most gaming PCs with a fairly decent graphics card should be able to handle 1440p gaming with relatively good frame rates, so there's that. Power efficiency is another important thing to factor in when purchasing a monitor though. This one draws 35 watts from the wall with the brightness level set to 100. At 74, it draws 20 watts, at 50% it consumes only 14 watts, at 25 and 0% just 13 watts. So to sum it all up, the EIZO EV2780 is a phenomenal monitor all in all, with excellent image quality. The color accuracy is very good, something content creators such as myself demand, especially when the price is as high as on this screen. But great accuracy in colors is available at a lower price too, maybe not as good as seen here, but still overall very usable performance too. Where those displays usually fail though are overall screen quality. There's usually some sort of backlit bleeding and display non-uniformity going on. This is where it makes sense going for an EIZO monitor such as this one if you want to avoid quality issues like those. Because for me, this EV2780 is as perfect as it gets for a monitor, and the fact that we're even getting the new USB Type-C connection definitely justifies the price premium over the EV2750, if you need USB Type-C that is. As for gaming, while this model is not meant for it, it can be done if you don't mind the 5 millisecond response time and 60 Hz refresh rate. In terms of aesthetics, EIZO sure does attract lots of users with the beautiful slim bezels, making the monitor almost frameless. Long story short, the EV2780 is expensive, but it sure is amazing. Very comparable to Rolls-Royce cars, I guess. So despite the high pricing, I can definitely recommend the EIZO FlexScan EV2780 monitor. I'm even giving it my gold award for the truly outstanding quality behind the screen. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next one.